What type of content is she doing?
I seen J. Cole shit. That shit was pretty tough.
Yeah, the interview, right?
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Joey here, aka Mr. Made You Look. I'm out here with Temmie. We are at Made You Look Studios here in Providence, Rhode Island, man.
Sir. Right. Where you from? What do you do?
So I'm born and raised Providence, Rhode Island. And what do? I do a lot of things, but I am a creator. I'm an entrepreneur. I founded it and now run a media production company called Made You Look Studios. We have a studio space, and what we do is we essentially work with brands, businesses, entrepreneurs, people, and help them scale their online presence, scale their online platform, their personal and professional brands through strategic and high quality photo and video deliverables. We like to position ourselves as brand strategists, brand partners. And now outside of that, I myself love to make content. I'm a co-host of a podcast, the Made You Listen podcast. I do a lot of personal content for YouTube and Instagram, and I'm just in love with the art of creating and just getting better every day. So, quick little summary synopsis for what I got going on.
What brought you to pick up the camera in general?
For sure. So it is currently August 2025. 3 years ago, April of 2022, my friends and I, we were looking to start content group, YouTube style thing similar to AMP. We were very inspired by them at the time. And so shout out my boy Chase Green, you know Chase. For his birthday, a lot of us pooled our money together to book an Airbnb, book a videographer, get him an outfit, and just his birthday gift from all of us was a music video shoot. We all went to New York City. Some of us from Providence, some of us were in Philly going to school. Some of us were actually in New York, and so we were like 15, 16 deep for about 24 hours, and I was like, nah, we got to turn this into a vlog because we're trying to make this content group a reality. So I bought a GoPro, and
That was the first camera?
first camera was a GoPro like Hero 5 maybe. Shout out to GoPro. Recorded the whole weekend or day, I guess. It took me about 2 months to edit that vlog because I was starting from scratch day one. So like I didn't even know how to rotate my footage 90 degrees. Like that's how new I was. And in the process of learning how to edit that video, I kind of fell in love with the craft, and I realized that I could make any idea, any visualization, I could bring it to life, bring it to reality if I just learned the software. Like I could do everything on my computer. Whereas before I had a clothing brand, and that was more out of my reach. You had to have a manufacturer. You had to be able to learn how to sew if you really wanted to get that stuff going. Whereas with the editing, to me, it was like I have the computer. I just got to learn, put the time in to learn. Exactly. So that,
I know you had a clothing brand.
yeah, shout out breadwinners. But I don't know when this video drops. We're in the works of bringing out some Made You Look merch. We got the ball rolling on that last week. It's gonna take a couple of months. You want to do it right, but we're bringing the merch back. It's gonna be fire. I'm super excited for that. Huh? No, Made You Look merch. Breadwinners was the name of my brand. Me and my boys' brand. That was like fresh out of high school. That was some trap shit. But now, after being in the game for 3 years and having a business, I've always loved the idea of having like clothing and merchandise, and so we're getting the ball rolling on that. So look out for that. Appreciate that, bro. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, no,
And then I guess to furthermore, I'm sorry. That's how I started Made You Look. That was like the first video I did. And then October of the same year, I Made You Look the brand. I made the Instagram page. My personal content didn't start coming out until a year after that, probably like October, November 2023. And I just figured I have such, I have a lot of personality. I've never been shy of the camera, never been shy of the spotlight. And I feel like a lot of creators in the space of videography, photo editing, photography, they're behind the camera for a reason. Not everybody, but a lot of them are behind the camera for a reason. And so I figured, bro, if I could just bring my personality to the space and just shine light on like tutorials, tips and tricks, and just kind of put myself out there, not only would it provide value to people because I think it'd be entertaining, but it would build up my credibility, my personal brand. And that was almost 2 years ago. So just been killing shit, man. Trying to kill shit, I guess.
for sure, that's fire.
Appreciate you. It was super serious from day one. I mean, like, but so I mean, I can elaborate. It's just growing up, I worked a lot of jobs. I was never like, I mean, I was an athlete as a kid, and then I got to high school, and I was trying to be an athlete for a little bit. I was a big swimmer. Um, but then after my freshman year, I was kind of like, I'm not going to college to play sports. So I kind of instantly got into like that work mode. Let's make some money. Let's find a job. So I working jobs since I was like 15. And every job I've worked, it was like just a reinforcing idea that I don't want to work for somebody else. Like I've always had the dream to be able to build something of my own, like create my own legacy and just, be my own boss. And so for a while, I didn't know what that was going to look like. I knew what the end goal was. I didn't know how I was going to get there. And as soon as I picked up the camera, I was like, it was tunnel vision. I was like, if I just put my head down, if I put the hours in, if I just go shoot, edit, this is what's going to take me to that place of like, all right, we can start doing the stuff we want to do when we want to do it. And so, obviously you pick up a new skill, a new trait. You're not good day one. You're not good day 30. You're not good day fucking 100. But I took it serious from day one, and that comes with its ups and downs of being an entrepreneur, being a creator. But as soon as I picked the camera up, I was locked in, and I was like, this is gonna take me to where I want to go.
It was like the camera was talking back to you.
Talking back to me, bro. Like I could see the story in my head. Yeah, yes, sir. I fuck with the energy, Timmy. You're good at this shit.
Yeah, thank you.
Nah, for sure, bro.
What was your influence for your
That's a good one, bro. I like these
It
questions.
could be
Yeah.
family culture. It could be maybe a trip you took.
You talking about like my vibe, or like if I had to describe like where did I draw inspiration from?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Like how you edit,
Yeah, yeah. Um,
how you take photos.
for sure. So even today, like my Instagram feed, my social media is just flooded with creators that I respect and admire. Whether you're a videographer, a filmmaker, a music video director, a photographer, even if you just you can make content about cooking. But if you do it cinematically or creatively, and I like it, I'm gonna follow you. So I've always been very good. And when I first started, all I was doing was studying film, and it was perfect because I used to smoke a lot of weed. And I mean, you know how it be when you're with your guys siphoning and shit. You're smoking and you're probably watching music videos or movies. And so for me, I was already in that mode. And as soon as I picked up the camera, I was like, this is like watching film for me. And so I was doing a lot of studying, watching a lot of music videos. Shout out like Wapalo, shout out Jerry PD, shout out Diesel Films, shout out Cole Bennett. Shout out Cole Bennett. I can go on and on. I mean, now we got Diamond Visuals. He's tough. There's a lot of people out there that are doing their thing. These are just music video directors, by the way. And I kind of was just trying a bunch of different things. Like I would watch a music video and then go try to replicate the effects and the edits. And through all of my studying, all the videos I was watching, all the directors and creators I was kind of flooding my feed with, I was able to kind of find my own lane and incorporate different elements from the stuff that I liked and put a little bit of Joey sauce on it. That's the editing style. And then when it comes to like the actual substance of content, again, I follow a bunch of people. Shout out Stretch Life. He's a big inspiration. Shout out Brian De La Mata. Shout out my boy Tyreek, bro. He's a dog. And I just kind of add my own personality to it in terms of like what I'm talking about and how I'm delivering it. But editing style and all that artistic stuff, it's just like, bro, you get a feel for things and you just, kind of try things. So, yeah, trial and error.
You just surrounded yourself with creative
That's
folks.
what you got to do, bro. Most recent.
Yeah, most recent.
So I've been really in my fitness bag lately. And so I've been posting. I got one coming out in about 20 minutes that I like a lot. At this point, it'll already be out. I've been posting a lot of like just lifestyle reels, mostly surrounding like me in the gym and stuff like that. And I got some stuff coming more geared around just day in the life, but making it real cinematic. And I like those reels a lot. On a client side, I've been doing a lot of work with my people, Sensational Dining. A lot of recap work for their events, and those are coming out fire. And those two are like completely done by me, and I've got my team with me too with Sensational. And then My boy Tyreek has been killing stuff, and I've been helping him out with a lot of projects, more so as a director, and then he edits it. But I would say those three pieces or those three, kind of groups of content I've been proud of. And the podcast is coming out fire too. I like a lot of the stuff we're doing with the podcast. So it's a lot of moving parts, a lot of stuff coming out, but I'm proud of all of it. I'm not gonna lie. Like at this point, I don't put stuff out that I'm not happy about. My favorite content to shoot is the stuff for myself, because it's me. At the end of the day, it's like unapologetically me. I put a lot of energy, I put a lot of personality into my content, and as much as I enjoy working with clients, as much as I enjoy the relationships that I've been able to build and continue to build, and bringing somebody else's ideas to life and executing them and doing a great job. When I do my own content, it's 100% me, from the idea to the execution to the planning, all like to the editing. I don't have to go back and forth with anybody. I don't have to green light anything with anybody. It's just like whatever I want to do, I can do it. And just having that full creative control and being able to see the outcome and see an idea from start to finish, it's a beautiful thing. And so that's probably the favorite among everything I do. Yeah. The podcast is crazy. I'm assuming a lot of people have had these conversations with their boys. I mean, specifically smokers. I feel like I've come across this a lot. Folks get high in like a little fucking session or whatever, a little circle. You guys have like a weird ass conversation, but you guys think it's hella deep. And then I'm saying you guys, like I've been there too. And then afterwards, you're like, nah, we got to start a podcast. Imagine if we recorded that conversation, that shit would have went viral. So I've been having these conversations since I was like 16 with my boy Adrian, because he's always been somebody who I've been able to have intellectual, deep conversations with, high or not. Most of the times we was faded, but we tried it a couple years ago. The technicalities wasn't there. Like I didn't have the skills down with the cameras, the lighting. So we were shooting everything on GoPros, and the organization wasn't in place. We didn't have a studio. And then about a year ago, actually just a little over a year ago now, I was like, bro, let's just do this, man. Like, that's one of my best friends. And because we do such different things, we never drifted apart in terms of how close we were, but we just started hanging out a lot less. And so the podcast, I saw it as a way for both of us to build our own personal brands, B, hang out more. That's really my dog. So recording the podcast, planning the podcast gave us time to like build something and hang out and do something productive, and also just like chase our dreams. And the biggest thing behind the podcast that I believe and that I want is to be able to build it to a platform and to have a following where whoever we bring on, whether it be creators, entrepreneurs, business people, artists, just cool people, our friends, we're able to give them a platform to promote whatever they're doing, to talk about whatever they want to talk about, and just shine a light on Providence, on cool creatives, and just like-minded individuals. So that's the long-term growth for the podcast, but it's also just fun, bro. Even this right now, I just like talking and shit. It's cool. It's good to get out there and just kind of flesh shit out. So that was the main drive behind the podcast, though, was to build something where we can kind of shine light on others. Just in case. Yeah, so shout out my guy Tyreek. We do a lot of work together. I would say one of the most fire projects him and I have collabed on was his Final Form project. It was an introductory video back into his quote-unquote Final Form series. We did a short film. Shout out our guy Jeremiah. He acted in it. Shout out our guy Jude. He did some BTS. Shout out Kanitha. She did some BTS. And Tyreek and I directed it, and he put it together. He edited it, and it came out fire. So that was something I loved to watch. That was a great project. And I'm trying to go back a little bit because I did a lot more collaborations when I was coming up, just because I was not as booked. Chase, he's done a lot of stuff with me. That's fire. We shot a music video last year that hasn't really come out, but the concept is crazy. Nah, that's coming. That was a really good one. And let me give you one more. I'm trying to go back in my bag real quick. It sucks, like now looking back on it, like it's horrible. But again, Chase and I did a video for Lost Boy, like to promote his song Lost Boy. This is probably like, this is 2-3 months fresh after I bought my first camera, so I was still dog water. But we shot like a trailer for that, and it's not good. Um, but it was just that was my first project where like I really had like a creative idea, and Steven's very good with also providing creative input, and so him and I definitely co-directed that, and that was like my first thing that I really put together, and I was like, this is kind of like a movie, so I'm really proud of that one. That was a good collaboration, and dream collaboration. It's a basic answer, but everybody always asks me like, who's your like number one inspiration? And I gotta say Cole Bennett. Um, just because I would love to like just even just if it's a conversation, like he has really reinvented the wheel when it comes to like music video directors, because he was able to transform his brand, his label, his name into something that supersedes being called a music video director. Like he just wears so many hats. Even his videos are so creative, and I would just love to be able to work with him on a project and see how he sees things that I don't. Like that's the beauty about collaborating with people, is that you can have the same setup, the same scene, the same idea for a video, the same script, and somebody might be on set and see something completely different that you didn't even think about. And and he's one of the greats. So I would love to be able to work with him and work underneath him, to be honest, and just kind of see like where his head's at, how he maneuvers and how he creates. So that's probably the number one right there. That's a great question. So Prov is home. I mean, I feel like no, it's for me at least, no place is better than home. My family's out here, so that will always supersede whatever any other city I go to. Like I love being close to my family. It's not a deal breaker, but like that's important to me. Um, what is great at Prov is clean. That Philly does not have that. Prov is a clean city. Um, I think Providence is it's clean. We have great food, but Philly has great food too. I think just the overall vibe that is Providence. Do we have better food? I believe so. I think like ratio wise, like we have more good restaurants opposed to bad. Philly's good restaurants are great, but they have a lot of shitty restaurants. But Prov overall as a community, because we're such a small city and a small state, it's very it's easy to find people, and everybody has that similar like work ethic and drive, or at least those who are like minded. We're such a small city, people don't even know who we are, 3 states away, and we all have that drive, that chip. And so when we get up with like minded individuals out here, it's just like it's a different level of connection. Just because we're the biggest city in the smallest state, that's like a different brand to wear. We wear it on our sleeve, and it's tough. I love Providence. It's cool. A lot of culture. We're a melting pot. That's something Philly doesn't have. Philly's very like, I mean, it's a big city, so they have a lot of diversity, but they're not as diverse as New York. Nowhere close. I think we're like a small New York, just in terms of the demographics you can find out here. We have every walk of life. Every culture is represented in Providence, which I think is a cool thing. And now vice versa. What does Philly have that Prov doesn't? Prov is a very creative city. Philly's a very artistic city. Like the art over there is crazy. The murals, the music. It's a lot of soul embedded into the culture out there. And Philly, I feel like being from New England and having been to New York a ton of times, I feel like New York is like the cutoff. New York and North, we all have a very similar culture. We talk similarly. We act similarly. We have similar vibes. Whereas Philly is like the North point moving south. People from Philly, in my experience, a lot of people moved upwards from Virginia, the DMVs, from south. So it's a lot of Southern hospitality. And that's something we're kind of lacking up here. Philly's a dangerous city, but like aside from all the chaos and all the danger that they talk about, like there's some real genuine love, some Southern hospitality, and that's like a different type of feeling when people just show you that level of like affection and empathy just because it's how they were raised and it's embedded in their culture. And Philly's also a big city, so we don't have that feel in Providence. Philly definitely has that feel of like a big city. They bleed green. I'm a New England fan through and through, but like their sports teams, the culture behind them is crazy. So that we have that out here, but not necessarily because we're not in Boston. We're in Providence, so like we got to kind of travel a little bit north to get that vibe. But like Philly shuts that city down whenever anything goes crazy. Like Eagles win, and that's a cool vibe. That was something cool to experience. So yeah, that's what I would say. We also have oceans out here. Ocean State. We're 45 minutes from the beach, 30 minutes from the beach. Philly's fucking landlocked. They gotta go to the Jersey Shore, and that shit's trash. Respectfully. I'm messing with it. Shout out Angelo's. They got the best cheesesteak in the city. If you know, you know. Delisandro's, I've never had it, but I heard theirs is pretty good too. But like, bro, it's a cheese, it's a sandwich. Like, bro, don't get me wrong. The best cheesesteaks out there are fantastic. Homemade bread, perfect amount of, cheese, great steak. But like, it's a sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't drive over there for a cheesesteak. The food over there is good though. I'll give them that. They have some good food. It's definitely up and coming as well. But Prov is Prov, but we got some great eats over here. So I wouldn't say Philly has better food than us. Reading Terminal is very cool. That's like an indoor food market. It gets popping. It's downtown. Reading Terminal's fire. It's kind of like Chelsea Market in New York if you've ever been. It's like an indoor food court, bro. But it's huge. It's fire. They got so many different types of places. Angelo's is great food. The Art Museum. The Art Museum is tough. And right outside the Art Museum, they got a park along the Schuylkill River. That's really cool. That's a good walk. They have the botanical gardens in the botanical gardens in the, what's that park? The Roosevelt? No, not Roosevelt. I forget the name of the park, bro. But they got a big park out there, and there's a botanical garden in there that's fire. I can find the name for you. And let me give you one more.
Next interview might be in Philly.
Yeah. I'm trying to give you one more. Penn's Landing. Penn's Landing is fire. Penn's Landing. It used to be like a waterfront carnival, and I know they've been redoing it, but that's just, they got bars, they got restaurants on the water, they had a Ferris wheel, food vendors, trucks, they got like little games and shit. That's a good time. Off the top of my head, that's where I would send you.
All right, man. Well, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Anything to leave the folks with?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at damnjoey__. My portfolio page is madeyoulook.vs. The podcast is mylpodcast. And the studio is madeyoulook.studios. My website is madeyoulook.vision. Shout out Temmie, bro. I appreciate him for, having me on his platform. He showed up for me more than enough, more times than I can count to, BTS. He's just, he's eager, he's hungry, he wants to learn. My boy's a dog, and I'm excited to see the final product, bro. Show him some love, and my boy's just getting started. So I appreciate you for having me. I'll leave y'all with my sign off. Just getting started, bro. Y'all know, if you watch my videos or you go watch them right now, bro, I always finish it off with, I'll be safe, y'all be happy, and chase those motherfucking dreams, man. Peace. That's all I got to say. Cool.